kinda lost and find. Ended the game in overtime, drawing of a new design, drilling that one earth of mine. Looking to the outward, speaking roundabout words, absurd, blurred to the curb, walking along the verge.
Hey everybody, what is happening? Ish de la Ish, back with some more Madden 17 Ultimate Team content. And you know, yesterday they had the title update, and the big thing here, huge, they've got the seasons back to where they should have been, you know, to begin with, where they had been in previous years. Except for now, actually, the rewards are much, much better. Like, you're getting all the way up, like 25,000 coins and like 20 badges. And you, of course, you're getting your playoffs now, and then your Super Bowl. I mean, that's like, I just had no desire, really, to play the head-to-head ranked previously. I barely played any games. I was playing unranked. I was playing different modes. I was focusing on playbooks. But I'll definitely be jumping back into this, which means if I focus more on this end of it, and maybe a couple of schemes here and there, then I can start doing player reviews if you guys would like to see those again. And then, you know, just kind of, you know, I run the channel that way. You know, I'll put little guides here and there, of course, but I might put my focus now just directly into head-to-head because that's what I enjoy the most. And it's been a while. You know, it's been a while since we were really heavy into it. So let's go and look at the team. I'll be running right here. We're going to have the Hounds home, Crusaders away, big hitter, and then, of course, the field general, and then the SEBH on the coach. I'll change that up and when I finally get around to actually mixing the team up. But as you see, if you're looking right there, we already did make a big upgrade into the quarterback position. You know, he hits 95 with the boost on Brady. I don't roll out a lot, but I will miss the ability to run, even if it's once a game. You know, when you hit that spot and you get locked down, which will happen on occasion, you know, it's nice to have that option, which I won't have anymore. But anyhow, we'll see the Brady card there, 97 short now with 95 mid and 93 deep. So that's really what you're getting that for, along with the 93 throw power. If you didn't have throw power, I wouldn't mess with that either. But, you know, and also Brady's cards, I've always noticed have a different trajectory, a little bit lower than, you know, some of the other guys, and it's just more precise. You know, he's sidelines and stuff like that. It's a lot easier if you got to make those toe tap catches and stuff like that with the card. But we'll see how it is this year. I know I wasn't too stoked when it first came out because looking at the way that they did, you know, gave him the New England ×2 boost. He does have conductor, which of course I like, but I've always said that that should be in the game by default. I don't even agree that it should be on the cards. I think it should. That's the way the game should be played. I don't half-ass us with stuff. It's stupid that you can make all these changes on defense still, and you know, you slow down offense. What benefit does that do? It doesn't help the game out. Again, but so we're gonna see how he goes. I did pick this up just on the guess, and I got no information. It's just a guess that they will give this guy a milestone card. It would just make sense. It would be the right thing to do. It would make the card where it should be. You know, I mean, I know you can get some of the New England players. You can get a Gronk to match that, but Gronk's even got CM. So I would love to see chain movers put on this card, really elevate it to where it should be. And then you keep that real difference between the guys like Manab who have good accuracy, who can run, and then a guy in a pocket. You got to really make those pocket guys really strong on the accuracy end of it, you know, to balance that out. I'm still hanging on to the most feared, you know, tier 2 boosts. I can't let it go, especially since I am able to get it done with like 7 guys on offense here that I can sub out that don't matter right here. So that one doesn't matter. My tight end is still going to be Newsom. He gets the route running boost because I have tier 2 active already, so your backups will get the boost if they, you know, if they're already active. So you know that covers that. And then I have a number 2, and I've also got Gronk, you know, that free one still, just because it's a good blocker. If you really need a blocking tight end, you know, I'll be set there. But along with the line again, I sub out, you know, put Schwartz in. They have a new Schwartz out now. The flashback that looks legit, but I don't spend big money on my linemen unless it's like late in the game and I've just got the coin and it's like, all right, trying to get everyone up. But I really think it's kind of overrated in a sense right now. You know, it's even the good cards, for example, don't really. Here's a, you know, 91. I picked him up. I made him for like 60K. That's the reason I got this one. But look, here's a 91 guy. He's got 92 run block, 88 pass block. Like, I ain't messing around with players in the 80s, and you're still getting them. These higher end cards still have stats in the 80s. And I mean, because for lineman guys, it's strictly run block and pass block. Number 1 and number 2, okay? You want awareness, for pulling guards. Stamina's nice, right? But number one, you got to have that covered. Run block, pass block. If they're not both in the 90s, like, why are you wasting all these coin? And they're not even that high for the most of them. So I'm telling you, I'm getting production out of these guys without a lot of coin in there. It's just me. I just don't recommend putting a lot of money in unless these players come out and eventually start having better stats, because right now they're not that great. Even with the boost, it's just not that. I put your money in the skill positions, because these other linemen, they play fine. I can make the run plays. I get enough pass block. The blitzing, when people blitz, that's all gonna be what it is regardless. You know what I mean? So I don't care if you got a stacked line. If I got the right blitz called and you don't have somebody blocking in the back, they're gonna eat you up. It don't matter. And then with the Reggie Bush making it work again, he's doing the job for me perfectly fine. I don't pound the ball. I do not have a 3-yard in a cloud of dust, offense where we're just chipping away all the way down the field. That's not the way I go about it. So that's why I can carry a guy like Reggie versus somebody else may not want. Henry, that card's ridiculous, even though he's not super fast. But dude, I mean, it's tough as hell, and for right now, running backs I've always managed also, except for when I'm doing reviews, to get by on the cheaper end. I don't really ever feel I have to have a higher end guy. That Almond Green does look great. Sure, I'd love to try him, but that's that. So unfortunately, moving the Brady, taking away the CM that I had on my McNabb, put Antonio back down to a 96 instead of the 97. But whatever. I mean, that wasn't a real huge one for him anyway. He's just getting like one spec on it. So we're going to be rocking him. We've got Tim Brown. So I'll normally end up putting right now Antonio in the slot in most formations, and Tim is the one. Tim's okay. I like the card pretty good. I wouldn't mind upgrading it down the road for something a little bit bigger. Better, but he's getting the job done right now. And then the other new guy we got out here is the McCaffrey card. He is really a perfect number 2 for what I do. The downside is my number 2 is not like a key position. He's going to have to do some run blocking. I'd like to have the good route running, catching traffic. That's where he is. The value wasn't great, but I put him together for like 280,000. Legend days are the best. I mean, that's when there's hot legends out and there's legend packs out. It is the best time to go out and build older legends. And you can even flip them and make coin all day long. You just look into, there's always 1 or 2 guys every week I find that's like there's a big discrepancy between what they're selling for as a whole card versus putting together. So just a tip for you guys to always keep an eye out. But yeah, the McCaffrey card here real quick, with the bump ups on him. He's still, again, getting it because he has the route running. I don't have the other one active, but so he's going to have the 96 catch, 94 release, 97 route running, 94 catching traffic with the size. I'm not really throwing it over the top. You guys see that? I can put up points without having to bomb people. We'll if it comes down and I find something that works with them, maybe, but for the most part, you're not going to see that gameplay with me very often doing that with him. But and still 90 speed, 92 acceleration, very good, very good. So I made him to sell him and profit like 100,000, but I'm torn right now. I might keep them all for a little bit and sell off a lot of my team in about a week or week and a half, because before the next promo comes out, and then keep some guys, but somebody like Urlacher may not be on the team after that, because I'm gonna eventually have to get rid of I don't have to, but some of these boosts out here, the most feared may not carry through next time around. We'll have to see what they do. I don't think they did a good job with the last promo as far as getting the set. I think that the Thanksgiving set was not worth running, but there were some cards worth picking up. I did make the right end that they had out there, the Packers, Daniels. That's who I made with my Blitz ticket for 100. Sold him for 280. Sold McNabb, and that paid for most of Brady. But what I'm going to do here is I have Vernon out there, but what I've been doing here is my left outside linebacker, I'm actually moving Hendricks to play the right end just to test it out, see how that works. Hendricks wasn't, the price was cheap because he was basically one of those guaranteed ones, him or McNabb, when they came out. So people came with the topper. So a ton of people have him, but I really love Barr out there in the back because he's just a lot more the speed. The game is about speed. On defense, you got hit power, speed, and then you got other stats that matter. But speed will always dominate, and it will actually cover up some of the lesser stats at times too. You know, a guy with less awareness sometimes, or play rec sometimes gets by because he's got that speed. And when I'm using it around, I'll just be able to make more plays. But you know, Hendricks is also pretty awesome, even in 3-4 and all that. If you're not dropping him, in man or anything like that. So, and I noticed he's always, the height and all that, swatting balls down and all that. So I wanted to give him a shot on the line, see how that goes. We did pick up Dawkins here, 95 overall with the boost on this one. I got to have the hit power out there. And when I took Kraus on the other end, that's what I gave up. Now, Kraus has the coverage and all that sort of stuff out there. But I don't know necessarily that that's showing up as well as it should be for the price of that card. And now there was a leak today, and this could be totally wrong, of course, okay? So, but they were showing Landon Collins as the Man of the Month card, 95 overall with big hitter ×2 and a pick specialist on that card. But again, that's not confirmed or anything. That's a MUT leak sort of thing. But they did have the Nitrain lane correct, even though they showed the overall wrong. They had the picture right and stuff, and the bonus and stuff like that on it were right. So it could be. I mean, we'll see how it goes. But I might be tempted to sell him real soon. But the problem with that one is I have the pick specialist, so I have to do some things again. If I go that route, and I'd hate to lose that at tier 2. That is one of my favorite overall ones we have, and that's what I run my guys at. Willie Brown, I'm running at nickel. Antonio's number 1 and DRC number 2. Peters at 4 because of that. So, and Youngblood has been killing it. He actually has been doing very, very well. After I got him boosted up to the tier 2 ES, he's actually been playing really well. So that's to be the squad here. We got a handful of games I've already played. I'll try and get some more out here with the gameplays. For Brady, and maybe we'll see how the other guys perform that are on the squad. So I'll have one more. I'll have a gameplay out today. I've already got it cut, and I'll work on getting the others out for the weekend, so that way you can see how these guys do in case you're looking at maybe picking up a Brady or somebody like that. And that, guys, thanks for checking us out. Peace.